Welcome, my constant reader friends. I'm Ted, and this is Ted Reads Books and Stuff. All right, first off, I just need to do an apology. I did not release a video last week. I think it's the first or second time, maybe third time in 3 years of doing BookTube that I wasn't able to release a video on Monday morning as I usually do. Recently, one time I missed Monday morning. I just forgot to press release. Anyways, my issue is I'm just, my muggle life, my real life, my job is just beating me down. It's been very, very difficult for probably around 6 months now. No end in sight. So oftentimes I just am too tired. I get home, I work about 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and I get home and I don't want to read. I don't want to film anything. I don't want to do anything. I just need to veg and relax. So let's do my normal reading update. I have to apologize to Graz, The Marvelous Team Up. I'm behind. I have not even read the chapters that we need to read for our next installment for Preacher. I'm sorry, Graz. Hopefully this week I'll get to it. I will get to it. Also, I did finish another one of my August books. As you know, I planned on reading 4 for August. I finished Blue Suede Clues. As you know, the first book that I finished in this series was Kill Me Tender, a murder mystery featuring Elvis Presley. So we did this one. You've already seen that video. I finished this. I've still got 2 more books left that I said that I was going to read for August in August, and we're already September 1st. So what am I going to do? I had planned a special reading project for myself for September. I haven't announced what those books are, and now, since I'm so far behind, I'm going to push that to November. They don't fit in with October. They're not scary books or anything like that. So I'm going to move that project to November so that I can do horror novels in October. And I'm going to use September to recharge my batteries, finish the books that I said I would read for August, which are these books here: Viva Las Vengeance, another Elvis Presley murder mystery, MASH, and you know that I've already finished reading Sisters of Starlit Seas by Terry Brooks, which is the 3rd book in a trilogy. I just haven't been able to sit down and do the video for that yet. I have another video that I've already filmed. I just have not had time to edit. This one's for Jay. Jay's been hounding me about this video. It's about my turntable and what I use to play my records. There's some other people that, of course, have expressed some interest in it. I have that all filmed. I just haven't had time to sit down and edit it. I'm sorry, Jay. It's coming. Also, The Dot, my favorite person on YouTube, has tagged me in a video. I will do it, Dot. I promise. I don't know when, but I will. Congratulations. Or you know what I'm talking about. So let's just move ahead. Let's just do the best I can do. Let's talk about Blue Suede Clues. So this is another book by Daniel Klien. This is his Elvis Presley series. This is book number 2 in that series. And it was originally published in March of 2002. Again, on Goodreads, it says it has the hard book first. That's what this is. It has more pages than it actually does. There's only 231 pages in this book. The first book, Killing Me Tender, had 227 pages, so a little bit bigger, a couple pages. And it's another murder mystery featuring Elvis Presley as the detective sleuth trying to figure out this murder mystery. All right, so this one takes place in 1963. He's just finished filming Kissing Cousins with MGM, and he's really becoming disillusioned with his movies. He's not happy with the way he's being portrayed in his movies. He thinks they're bubblegum, they're not serious. He wants to do a serious movie like James Dean, you know, or where at the end of the movie you're going to sit around and discuss it with your friends and have something to think about and talk about when you leave the movie theater. That's not what his movies are, of course. Just inventive ways to have Elvis Presley shake his hips and sing and have beautiful co-stars. Of course, we've got Anne Margaret. So big, you know, things with Anne Margaret. She had said some things. He doesn't want it to be known maybe that he was shacking up with Anne Margaret, especially at this time in his life where Priscilla is now in Nashville. She's not in Germany anymore. And he's still, you know, Priscilla supposedly going to be his wife, and eventually, and now there's all these rumors that he's shacking up with Anne Margaret. Of course he did, and that's in the book. But, you know, I mean, I love the different things in this book that are realistic in a pure fantasy novel. So this writer, Daniel Klien, has done a great job. I mentioned this in the first book of, you know, integrating these real life things that really happened in Elvis's life and twisted them or used them to tell this fantasy story. And it's really expertly done. It's believable. I understand he's throwing things in there like, you know, Elvis being disillusioned with his movie career, wanting to do things with real substance, not wanting to think that he's just some bumpkin, you know, country bumpkin that has a great voice, you know, and swings his hips. He's dealing with a lot of this. He's dealing, of course, with Colonel. He's dealing with issues like Anne Margaret. He was such a huge sex symbol. Literally, women were throwing themselves at him every time he went anywhere. Anywhere he walked or was seen, women were attacking him, basically. It's messing with him. We're starting to see a little bit into his brain and how these things have affected him and are affecting him. There's issues in here. He really starts having delusions of his twin. If you know anything about Elvis Presley, he had a twin that, didn't survive the birth. And he almost feels at times like he's got a split personality where his twin is living through him, or it's kind of deep, but these are things that you can look up a lot of movies or books, and the death of his twin and the feeling of loss of his twin was always in Elvis's mind, and maybe to the point of some psychosis developing because of that. His mother passing away, you know, on him. We touch upon some issues of the drug addictions for painkillers. There's an instance here where he has a tussle with a stuntman on the MGM studios and really twists his ankle really badly, and he starts taking codeine for it. And he's finding that it can help him, you know, maybe disappear from all the stress of being Elvis Presley. And he starts taking these medications, maybe not when he necessarily needs to take them anymore, for pain and things like that. So that's touched upon in here. There's a lot that this author throws in that is real life Elvis Presley, and that's what makes it really fun, really cool to read, especially if you're an Elvis Presley fan. The story, of course, is of an old army, not an army buddy, but a person that he was in the army with. There's actually a picture of Elvis singing Silent Night on Christmas to the troops, and this guy's apparently in the photo, and his name is Squirm Littlejohn, and he has become, after the war, has become a stuntman with MGM Studios, and he gets accused of a murder of a little starlet, not really a starlet, a girl who wanted to be a star in Hollywood. She gets killed, and Little John gets accused of it and gets sent to jail and to prison for it. But there are extenuating circumstances that slowly unveil themselves through the investigation of our intrepid Elvis Presley, and he decides to help this old army buddy and try to free him, or at least, prove that he didn't do it. And that's the whole book. Him trying to track down the real killer of this girl and all the different twists and turns that happen. There are some other things in here that are pretty interesting. The discovery of DNA and using DNA in finding perpetrators, killers, sexual offenders, things like that. That's in here. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Not as much as the first book. The first book I gave 4 stars. I'd give this one about 3.5 stars. On Goodreads, it currently has a 3.71 rating. Again, this is a cozy mystery. I understand now why so many people love these cozy mysteries. They're easy to read. You can just, like I do, just try to relax after a hard day's work, pick up a book, read a chapter or two. I'm not saying that they're dumbed down. It's just that they're easy reading. They're leisurely, I guess you would say. And they're fun and interesting, and if done properly, you don't know necessarily who the killer is until the very end of the book, which is great. I appreciated that in this book. But yeah, I'm enjoying doing this Garb August again. I know we're at the end of August, but I'm going to finish the 2 that I said I was going to finish in September. I'm sorry I'm so far behind, but I did enjoy that book. I gave it 3.5 stars. And I think you would enjoy this whole series. There's 4 books in this series. I only have 3, but I am a completionist. I'll have to get the 4th one. I know I've got a ton of videos to make. I'm sorry for being behind, but we'll catch up, I hope. All right, so if you have enjoyed this video or you've enjoyed any of my videos, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving me comments. I'm sorry guys, I'm behind in my comments. I don't know. It's been tough. But anyways, as usual, until next time, peace out.